Do you understand? Forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. We will be here forever. Do you understand that? Get what I'm saying? Forever.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you don't want to be touched, you have the right to say.
What you gonna do now? Uh-oh, he gonna blame you somehow. Uh-oh, what you think you're gonna say? Uh-oh, now I'm cutting you away.
Subdivision sectors after curfew will be shot. Remain calm. Do not panic. Your neighborhood watch officer will be by to collect urine samples in the morning. Anyone caught interfering with the collection of urine samples will be shot. Stay in your home. Remain calm. The #1 enemy of progress is questions. National security is more important than individual will. All sports broadcasts will proceed as normal. No more than 2 people may gather anywhere without permission. Use only the drugs prescribed by your boss or supervisor. Shut up! Be happy! Obey all orders without question. The comfort you've demanded is now mandatory. Be happy. At last, everything is done for you. out of control, 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 out of control.
Diabolical. Killer. Oh, fuck.
Shit, man. Woo. Yeah, take a water break. Take a little Sephora break. Yo, make some noise for Melody and DJ D Styles one time.
You guys are so locked in, so focused.
We are only halfway through. Let me turn that down. Oh, wait.
So how long have you guys been working on, I don't know, this set, or you guys do other sets as well? Other styles, or is this just what you guys been working on?
Yeah, I mean, you know, me and Melo have toured Europe before, so we've already had this kind of chemistry, and we've, you know, he knows a lot of my songs, so you know what I mean. It's just something that we usually just jam and come up with new stuff and reinvent old stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you guys? Yeah, that's on. You're good. Do you guys hear or do you guys use songs of, like, you know, some of the latest stuff, some of the latest hip hop stuff, or even like underground stuff like Taku or I don't know, there's a lot of incredible underground artists or up and coming producers, or is it just mostly old stuff?
Old and new. You know, whatever sounds dope, man. I'm open to all that stuff. You know.
Okay. Yeah. You just had your 7-year anniversary for the Low End Theory.
Yeah, Low End Theory. Yeah.
Congratulations.
7 years. Thank you. Man.
How has that evolved over the years? I mean, it started off as one little thing, and now
you know what? It's crazy because when we started, we were all vinyl. No one was on Serato or Tractor. And then a year or two later, you know, we evolved and we got into using Serato, and you know, we've had to keep up with basically technology. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Nice, man. And who was you guys just? What was the last the 7-year anniversary? How long ago was that?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Who was your guest for that? Did you bring in someone big and special?
It was just all residents. It was just us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just not just, but do you plan on bringing out another Turntablist album?
I want to. Yeah, I'm actually working on a new album right now. So
okay.
I'm like halfway done.
Okay. Is it some of the stuff that you guys are doing here now, or do you plan something completely different?
No, actually different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool. And Melo, we got some questions for you. You recently joined up with the almighty powerful Scam Artists.
I did.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
What you got going on? Like any residencies going on?
As far as the club
yeah,
stuff,
club scene. Yeah.
It's pretty much like I'm on a rotation basis. It's been really good to me. Shout out to the Scam fam. Someone out there watching. But pretty much the way it works, modern day. I mean, I'm sure you guys know. You guys are in the mix, you know, with those venues. But it's pretty much like a lot of the more upscale clubs. They'll rotate DJs like, you know, on a 4 or 6 week basis.
Right.
So there's a lot of spots. There's been a few good places that I fall through like every 4 to 6 weeks, from the East Coast to West Coast. So yeah, I've had the pleasure of playing quite a few of the reputable places in Vegas, Trist, Bank. I was at Hyde a couple weeks ago. So kind of mixing it up out there, and they've also helped place me like in other markets where I'm new, which is like Miami, where I've been a couple times over the years. But as far as being something consistent, like regular, I've done a couple places out there, Chicago, and just kind of bouncing around, you know.
Cool.
Within the
and my notes say you have a new mix CD.
I do. I brought some. For everybody.
That answers
Don't let me get too drunk.
There goes the second part of my question. Where can we get it? But anywhere online for anybody else who's watching.
You know what? I'll probably upload it to maybe like my SoundCloud or something and like blast the link. So you know, because again, I just press hard copies, and it's pretty much for promotion, just to kind of like highlight what I do like in the nightclub scene.
I'm totally gonna rip it and upload it before you can.
Get all the drops.
Yeah, I'll post a link up probably like sometime this week.
Okay, dope, cool. And then how have you seen your turntable skills kind of put into your club scene? Like, do you put it at all? Do you scratch it all? Do people enjoy that more? I know that can differ, but what's your take on it?
We were just talking about this last night. I mean, honestly, for what I do, my role there is kind of just to kind of play the room and just kind of keep the party cracking. Yeah. So 9 times out of 10, I mean, people, particularly using Vegas as an example, they're coming just to party. You know, like there's probably a couple heads that might appreciate something like that, but again, the majority of the crowd is just kind of there to hear their songs, you know, catch a vibe. So I usually just kind of try and keep the floor moving. I don't really push too much. Maybe little subtle things here and there.
You mean you're not a selfish, prideful DJ that just wants to play what he wants to play?
Well, that's what these kind of things are for. So get it off my chest.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are. Well, never mind. That's just gonna go back.
D Styles, can you give us the answer to my question? Who was the first DJ group you joined?
The first crew, B Junkies.
B Junkies, and then it was Scratch.
Me and Shortcut joined the B Junkies, and then we joined the Scratch Pickles.
Where did you guys get recruited from?
We met all at the '93 DMC battle in LA. We met Rhapmatic and curse, and then we all just kept in touch. They would invite us down to LA for parties. We would come out. So, you know, we were all just good friends, and then they asked if we wanted to be in the crew, you know.
And you guys had a tour not too long ago, the Be Junkie tour, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
And what were some of your favorite shows or some of your favorite cities that you went to? Like, where'd you get the most love or the most, feedback from the crowd?
I think Japan is always dope.
Really?
Over the years, like, maybe 10 years ago, they were really conservative, but now they're really, like, starting to get wild and, like, ratchet, you know what I mean?
Wild and ratchet. Japanese people getting wild and ratchet. I love it.
Copyright right now, DJ Z. Collab.
I'm not the only DJ that's curious to know. A few DJs have asked me, have you ever battled Qbert?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. 88.
88?
Yeah, it was this is back then when it was like sound system battles, like mobile battles. So every DJ crew had to bring their own lights and sound, and we actually battled.
Is this like garage, like a garage type?
No,
party?
It was like an outdoor
okay.
community center.
Word.
You know what I mean? And that was the first time I had ever seen him, and he kicked my ass, man. He was so fucking ahead of his time, man.
Wow.
I'm kind of curious. Joining the crews, either one, have you had to battle anybody to get in, or is it just kind of like, hey, you got skills, get in, or? I want to know. Yeah, not that kind of crew, but
it's kind of like what he said. Like, he hit it on the head. It's just like we come from a day and age where it was all kind of just founded off of just like connection through music and just vibing out, just hanging out, practicing at D's house. We would take trips to the Bay. Likewise, they would come down and practice, and we just all meshed well together. And it was J-Rock's idea, just like, man, we hang out all the time. You guys scratch, he scratches, we scratch. We play the same clubs, like locally out here. We were seeing each other at the same night, so he was like, let's just start a group.
So you never had like a little, just like, oh, look at this cut, look at that cut.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's definitely one of the strengths of having like being part of a group is that like, kind of helps everybody elevate as far as like whether it's skill or music selection or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good to like, have a group to bounce ideas and get feedback from and introduce new things for sure.
Do you think there's a reason why not as many DJ crews are coming out these days, or maybe you don't hear about them as much? Do you think you feel like that's kind of lessened in the last couple of years, or what's your take?
Yeah, it seems like the battle scene is sort of like taken back, and it's more like DMC is not as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
The 3-star battle is kind of bigger now, and so you know what I mean. There's a lot of changes. You know what I mean.
Well, what do you think about the 3-style? Do you think it's evolved into something great, and it's going to continue to move forward with great competition coming in?
I think it's going to continue forward, and I think skills are going to come more and be more of a factor. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're bringing in a lot more talented DJs are getting more and more interested. Not to say that the first DJs weren't talented, but the guys that just sit in their room and just practice on stuff, you're starting to see more of them pop up. So where do you think turntablism is going? Do you think it has a future, or do you think it's just stagnant right now?
Turntablism went back to the underground. You know what I mean? And everyone's kind of taking it back to the bedroom, trying to figure out where to go and reinvent themselves. So I don't know if you guys heard of Crazy and Clever's. They got a Scratch Nerds CD that is, I think it's coming out
Like
Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually. So
dope.
What that is just like 60 minutes of just scratching.
Damn.
So hopefully that'll kind of bring back the interest.
So Crazy's talked to you about it and kind of
I'm on there actually.
You're on there.
I'm on there.
Nice.
Who else is on there? It's Crazy and Clever, myself, Qbert, Tico, Chris Carnes.
Yeah.
Who else is on there? Ricky Rucker's on there. Yeah. There's a bunch of fools.
Nice. But we're gonna get back to you on that Craze connection. We'll talk about it after the show. We're trying to get him on the MikiDz show. We'll talk about that. That's not important right now.
Put him on pressure on the camera. And you're both members of the site, right? We gotta ask this question because do you guys use the mobile app at all?
I do.
Do you?
The mobile app? No, I haven't got it.
We need to get you on that. What do you think, Melo?
I think it's great. I mean, particularly for me, I was telling Phenom a while back, it's killer for me because, like I said, I do a lot of traveling. So there's like days where I'll catch a 2-hour layover or something, or I'll be at the airport or just dolo, and I can just plug in my headphones in and preview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really helps keep up with music, like
Dope.
to really like make good use of the time, like when I'm out and about, like outside the studio.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. I love
Cool.
it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So D Styles, you don't do any like commercial clubs. You just stick to like the hip hop stuff and like the low end theory kind of stuff.
For the most part, yeah. I just do low end theory on Wednesdays.
Okay, and when you get booked out of the country, this is exactly what you do. You just give them that raw hip hop.
I mean, I've done stuff like I had to do it in China where I had to play like more top 40 stuff.
Okay.
And like, thank God for Serato, I was able to have, you know what I mean, the music to do it.
When you do, have you done Japan as well?
Yeah.
When you do China and Japan, do you find them staring at you more than actually like dancing to what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because we did a few shows out there with Red Foo and
Okay.
you know, the crew, and you know they're just staring at you. And our shows are more, you know, pump your fist, and they're just staring. You know.
Right.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't just us.
Taking it all in.
Word.
So now we're gonna let you get back into it, but before we do, we have another trivia question for some more Serato gear, and this one is related to Melody. What was the name of Melody's first mix show on 92.3? The name of Melody's first mix show on 92.3. You have to tweet your answer and hashtag MikiDz show, and Melody will give us the answer when they're done with this set. All right, you guys ready to get back into it?
Let's do it.
Here comes the second segment. It's the MikiDz show.
DJCity.com.
Everybody over there!
Get on up,
Everybody right there!
get into it,
Everybody right there!
get involved.
Everybody just... Come on now! Come on now! Wait! Come on! Come on! Come on with your... Wait! Come on! Wait! Everybody over there!
Get on up,
Everybody right there!
get into it,
Everybody over here!
get involved, get involved, get involved.
Wait! 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 Wait!
Don't test that stereo. Ladies and gentlemen,
who be the best? Niggas still fuss 'em, still fuss 'em, who be the best?
Anything test man me clean to me gun. If you wanna get hurt. Who be the best?
Warning. The Surgeon General of Chilltown, New York, has determined that the sounds you're about to hear can be devastating to your ear.
probably have a scratch session at the end of the night. I think we'll get that going. Give you guys a little break. So D, earlier I was talking to you about I don't know if you're in SF or LA now. So you moved to LA. Why the move? Did you
I moved out here in 2002.
2002.
Yeah, and I've like kind of moved around. I moved to Vegas for a little bit.
Yeah.
Moved back to LA, and pretty much LA is like home now, man. Like everything is out here for me.
Yeah.
Family, you know what I mean. So
okay,
this is where I'm at.
Naturally a place to go. Now, are you still keeping up with like all the DJs out there? Currently, like the guys battling, and like are you still like kind of like following up with what's going on?
A little bit, yeah.
Anybody in particular that stands out to you? Maybe a newcomer? Anybody with
man, DJ Zeke out in Australia, he's really
okay.
good. Yeah, Ken One out in Japan. Miyajima out in Japan.
Word. How do you remember some of the older routines, man? Like, do you still kind of keep them fresh here and there, or like you just kind of go off with just instinct now?
It's instinct, but I'm always there's a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes, man. So I was pissed off because I messed up.
Wait, where?
So can I push that a little more? I mean, like it seemed like one of those tracks was from Phantasmagoria, right?
Yeah.
So how do you remember the routines and the cuts? And because I know that record and it sounded like pretty much you were on point for everything.
Okay.
Like how, like all these years later, how do you remember those phrasings and those tricks?
Because on the vinyl, everything's just kind of laid out, so it's pretty easy. And then the patterns, I'm just trying to keep it simple. You know what I mean? Almost like a melody. So I kind of memorize it like a melody, I guess.
It's just easy, man. It's laid out on the record, dude. Look at the record styles. Jeez. Melo. You're kind of. You're good? All right, cool. So you actually went to Vegas quite some, how many years now?
Again, I've been playing the club circuit out there since 2006.
Okay.
And at one point it turned into like more than one night for me, so I actually got a place out there. So I bounce back and forth. I mean, this is still home. I'm born and raised out here. I'm a California kid.
Yeah.
But I do go back and forth a lot. So depending on my schedule, I'm here sometimes half the month, sometimes a week out of the month, sometimes
the
whole month. It just really depends on what I have going on.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been cool to kind of learn a lot about being out there so much, and again having the opportunity to play for a lot of the clubs out there, and just kind of the circuit is very small. A lot of the same people are all connected through a few degrees of separation. So it's been definitely a good learning experience.
Yeah.
So I've been one of the fortunate ones to kind of be out there and just be networked in and be doing it, and get a chance to. If I'm in town, I can step out any night of the week. If I have to go there for 2 days, for a Tuesday, Wednesday, there's at least 3 or 4 things happening. You know what I mean, on either night. So it's been good.
Well, I'm curious to know, like, Vegas was known as, like, once upon a time was known as the city to go to, as if you want to get your career, if you want to get noticed, because there were so many clubs out there.
Right.
And now there's still more clubs, but the house DJs have taken over, so guys, like Mickey and I, there's not much room for us anymore. But do you still think that it's still a great place to get things popping for your career, or do you think there's way more levels than before and you're better off doing it somewhere else?
I mean, I think you hit it on the head, just with there being so many DJs now, and again, so many nightclubs. There definitely is, particularly in Vegas. There definitely is a big presence of EDM, DJs and stuff. But to answer your question, I think it's still good. I mean, it's still, if you can go out there and put an XS or a Tao or something like that, like, on your resume. I mean, it's definitely a good look. You know what I mean? Like, and it's definitely, like I said, a good experience. And it can probably do a lot to, or at least something to help catapult you into other markets, or you know what I mean? Again, something you put on your resume. So.
And it's inexpensive to live in Vegas, so you get
totally
$400 for a gig. I mean,
sometimes when I'm broke, I'll just stay out there for like a week. If I have no money, I'll just stay there for like a week.
Stay away from the poker. You still heavy on poker?
No, kids now, so But I miss it. But I mean,
you don't
it's not.
Sneak away. You can tell me after.
Okay, maybe we're out there. No.
So, you guys didn't just come up with this morning. How long did you guys put into it as far as the routine goes? When did you guys link up?
Yeah.
We saw the Instagram videos. That was awesome promo for us.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we linked up last week a couple times, and then earlier today. So probably like 3 times. Maybe. Yeah.
Dope, man. You guys, man, routine was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
We definitely we're glad to make the time. Shout out to Buys One in the building for having the idea. And it was definitely one of the best shows we've had, man. So we appreciate it. Have you guys hang out for a bit, and we'll let the guys talk to you in the chat room.
Oh, we got to give the answer. What was the name of your first mix show?
It was the 7 o'clock menu mix on 92.3 The Beat.
Yeah.
Here in LA.
The first one to put that on Twitter, then you're gonna get some Serato stuff.
Actually, real quick on that note, at that time, man, like a lot of, I'm not gonna. All the DJs now on the radio are great too, but at that time you were definitely going up with some of your fellow either crew members or like what was like probably one of the better times you remember like just battling at the same time, like kind of for like time slots, like maybe you're on the beat and somebody's on power.
I think just in general, I think it was just again, not to take anything away from radio now, but I think it was just a better time, at least from a DJ, like a mix show perspective, because there was definitely a lot more freedom.
Yeah.
And even to this day, this many years later, I still get, I'll slap hands with like younger kids or people that, heard me on the radio, and they remember like the Slum Villages, the Quasimodos, the Third Sight records, like just kind of like the eclectic, singles I had the freedom to play.
Yeah.
So I think, in retrospect, that was probably like the best thing about it. And I mean, and that, that was pretty much universal across the board. It was like, there was definitely like, Vice, E-Man, I think Reflex was on Power back in the day. But I mean, we all had, like I said, a lot more freedom. So whether it was an R&B record or, I mean, even if you had a gig, you could like jump on the mic, yo, catch me at the club, I'll be at the club. They don't really allow that stuff anymore. It's crazy.
Right.
So it's just like, it's really micromanaged a lot more now. So, and I know a couple of the guys that, work at stations out here, and they kind of say the same thing. They feel a little bit handcuffed sometimes. There's only so many ways you can mix Outkast into, Sierra and then Sierra, or whatever the,
whatever
records are.
Yeah.
Like, when you're kind of confined to 15, 20 records, you can only get so creative. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that was probably the thing that stands out the most. Just having the freedom to kind of play whatever I wanted.
For sure. Dope.
Within reason.
Yeah.